Hey, happy Wednesday. I'm here with Judd Alsup.
Hello.
Member of CrossFit Ridge City, not active, but a CrossFit coach for quite some time. And Judd had a great idea, and it's something that I was like, let's go on. He's ready to commit and wanting to make some changes. So we brainstormed a little bit about what that looks like, how we can, facilitate that a little bit quicker, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm excited to take these next 3 months to really dive in with Judd on nutrition and commitment in the gym and just developing habits. And what we're going to be looking for and looking at with Judd over these next 3 months is what change can happen to a above average
I'll take it.
31-year-old
Yes.
dad of 3 with a busy life, sales job. He's on the road a lot. Family is here, but kids are what ages?
About to be 6-year-old this month. I've got 3-year-old and then a 1.5-year-old.
Okay. So, and Judd was a firefighter for almost 10 years and coached CrossFit for probably about the same amount of time, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And now for the past, what would you say, 5 to 6 years?
Thereabouts, yeah.
He's been really kind of out of that habit and normal life circumstances, right? We get busy. And so life has changed, and it's fine. He's ridden along and he's enjoyed the time. Good things have happened, but now he sees that he wants to improve his health. And so we're here at 31 and trying to make that change, and we're going to see what we can do in 3 months. Not just 3 months. We're trying to build habits over these 3 months that are going to carry on for life. But we have to have a starting point. And so we're here at October 1st, 2025, kicking this off, and we're going to see what can be done by the end of the year. Just some quick numbers. I've got it on my phone here. Judd's starting points. We use an in-body scanner here to get a baseline. It's not perfectly accurate, but it gives us a good number, and if we use it consistently, will show us good results. He's starting weight of 200 pounds. He has a skeletal muscle mass of 92.8 pounds, and his current body fat percentage is 19.6%.
There we go.
Stud muffin.
Very average.
Average. I agree. I would say so. Like athletic, you've been an athlete throughout your life. You've done physically demanding jobs, and now it's just like, hey, kind of like want to get rid of the dad bod.
Absolutely. Well, and another thing too for me has been I've stayed in and out of the gym inconsistently for those 5 to 6 years we talked about. But having a consistent programming, insert CrossFit Ridge City, having accountability, insert this. Now this is a little extreme. Most people aren't going to be comfortable posting body fat percentages, weights, weightlifting numbers, those kinds of things. That's not expected of the average populace by any means. But my goal with this was one, to get myself accountable, but then hopefully to encourage other people who are in the same stage of life as me or even further along. I know, Casey, how old are you?
37.
37. Mm-hmm. He's 37 and he's way fitter than me. So, and I've talked to Casey before, and he's more fit at 37 than he was at 31.
Exactly.
So the idea here is to cut this off at the pass. I can see myself trending in this really inconsistent pattern of fitness, and I know that ultimately for quality of life and longevity, it's going to be extremely important that I establish a trend of maybe more of one of these kind of graphs, not one of these kind of graphs.
And that is life, honestly. Like, we cannot fully constantly upward trajectory.
Yes.
It doesn't happen. My story, it's funny, Judd and I are really like living a similar life, but in
I'm a carbon copy.
It's wild. Our stories align, but they're parallel. At the age of 30, I was out of CrossFit consistently, but I had about a 2-year period there where I was inconsistent. I went from coaching, we moved to Utah. The first 1.5 years to 2 years there, I did not consistently do CrossFit. I was like, I'm going to do it in the garage. And then I didn't do it. And so
that worked for like a week.
It worked for a little while. Yeah, a week maybe. And then it was, okay, finally I put myself out there and I went down the street to the CrossFit gym that was a mile away and started getting involved there, coaching there again. From that point, which was I was probably 31 to 32, that has been the most consistent that I've been. Now I still say that I've done CrossFit for 15 years. Like, I'm 15 years in. It's not been consistent for 15 years, or I would be way fitter than I am. But for a solid 6 years, I would say it has been really consistent.
Yes.
And yes, there can be a lot can happen in that time. A lot of fitness can happen. CrossFit's definition of fitness is is work capacity over broad time modal domains. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to increase work capacity. Now, what that does is that tends to get more muscle mass on our body and less body fat on our body. Our health markers will start increasing when we're able to increase that. We're trying to do this over a lifetime. And so we're going to test that philosophy with Judd. We are starting a series here through the Forging Elite Fathers channel, through the CrossFit Ridge City channel. We're calling this In the Forge, Judd's Journey. So we're excited. Judd, you got anything else to add?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
So one thing I have learned over my 31 years is when it comes to things like this, intentionality is the name of the game. So he hit the nail on the head. 3 kids, a wife, I'm a Jesus follower. I have a job that's fairly demanding. I serve almost over 100 different merchants within I manage a lot of accounts. And adding new ones every day. So, I say every day. I wish it was every day. Adding new ones all the time, hopefully.
If you're a merchant and need
shameless plug for credit card processing, if you need it.
Yep.
That being said, waking up in the morning and knowing this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to purposing in your heart that the next move you're going to make is the move you're going to make. So, little nugget here. This morning, my wife she's a godsend. She made some protein muffins for me.
Love it.
And little hack here, Kodiak protein muffins, but use applesauce instead of oil. Cuts down on the fat content.
Okay.
And on top of that, it's going to boost your carbs a little bit, but it keeps everything kind of in line if you're looking at a balanced macronutrient diet. So she made those for me, focused on that. I backed off on the caffeine a little bit, trying to focus in on that. And then also I'm committing to 3 to 4 days a week of CrossFit programming here at Ridge City. And I think that's important because I'm not some super athlete. I don't have time to come in here and do 2 a days. And plus, that's not healthy for the general population anyway. We talk about quality of life. What quality of life is it, unless it's your job, I guess, to be stuck in a gym all day long,
right?
Just so that you can have a six-pack? I don't know. So the goal here is to get healthy and to find a healthy rhythm for my life and be intentional every day. Casey said something during the workout today. He said, don't finish this workout knowing you could have done a little bit more. And so this week, that's my goal, to be intentional and to not, I'm going to even broaden it to the week, not finish the week knowing that I could have been a little more intentional.
Yeah.
Or I could have done a little bit more within healthy guidelines, right?
Yeah, that's great. And that is the thing, the consistency in the gym. It is not expected, and it is not the desire of our program that people are here every day of the week. Yeah. It is designed so that you get the most efficient method for fitness and health 4-ish days a week. And so that's going to be what we work towards, and that's what I tell everybody is like, hey, start with 3 days a week. We might bump it up to 4 pretty quickly if you can get consistent, but consistency over that 3 to 4 days a week, as long as we give good effort and we are moving in a good manner, listening to coaches, taking that in and working hard, then it'll happen. Diet is a big thing. And though this is what we're doing is, honestly, this was Judd's idea. And I loved it. I was like, yes, this is something I need.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
He's a glutton for punishment. But honestly, just an example of what can be done, test subject number, whatever it is for us, but putting it out there as to the results that can be received. We can do this in a not very good manner, and I think he'll still receive results.
Yep.
But if we focus on nutrition, which is a huge part in the base of everything that we do, on top of his 3 to 4 days a week of consistency, the results are going to be so much more expedited.
Well, and case in point here, I've been coming here for about 3-4 months now.
Yep.
I measured myself on the InBody 2 months ago. Didn't really change my eating habits. Continued to just work out here regularly, 3 to 4 days a week. My muscle mass index increased and my body fat percentage decreased.
Perfect.
So case in point.
That's it. But now we're like, okay, we're settled into a little bit of a rhythm. So now we're going to turn that knob and we're going to see what's the next thing that we can change.
Yep.
And so a little bit more consistency. Judd's putting himself out there to be like, I want to be out there as this is my accountability. And we're going to really commit to this quarter, not 4 months, 3 months.
That's right. 3 months. Now, Halloween, candy is fair game. Thanksgiving, it is what it is. And Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I don't care what you say.
And that's a healthy balance. That's a healthy balance.
I've already decided that they are what they are.
We don't want to be the weird guys in the corner that are just sitting there staring at everyone. Yeah, no, I prepped my food. Sorry, I'm okay. So we're not going to be that. But yeah, anyways, I'm excited. It's going to be a good time.
Let's do it, brother.